And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
Without a doubt, Nickelback is one of the most played rock bands on North American radio over the last decade. You hear them in pretty much every major city on the continent. They've been together for almost 25 years, certainly not an overnight sensation. They toured Canada multiple times, booking shows themselves, calling radio stations to get their music played, and the hard work pays off. They've sold over 50 million albums worldwide. And when their singer Chad Kroeger was a guest, we talked about aliens visiting Earth, how Metallica was his first concert. We talked about writing songs after waking up from a dream, honoring Dimebag Darrell, how the Beastie Boys made a big impact in music. The superpower of invisibility came up. So did working in studio with ZZ Top's Billy Gibbons. We talked about hanging out with Devin Townsend, growing up with the Beatles, Boney M, and ABBA. And stop me if you've heard this before, Chad talked about admiring Lenny Kravitz's work.
I've always wanted to work with Lenny Kravitz. And I've met Lenny many times, and he's a sweetheart. Just the nicest guy ever.
And he records all the stuff. I don't know if he still does, but he did for the first few records.
Everything.
He threw down everything.
Everything, yeah.
Drum tracks, bass, guitar, vocals.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And then builds the band to tour with the project that he just did.
That would be
amazing.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
You know, to jam something with Lenny would be pretty cool.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by ProTech Welding, a CWB certified steel fabrication shop in North Vancouver, and online at protechwelding.com.
The Tudors were probably the most scandalous dynasty in British history. This season on Vulgar History, we're spilling the tea on this messy, messed up family and the people who had to live through it all. Anne Boleyn and the other wives of Henry VIII are known today from the musical Six, but who were they really? Did any of them actually want to marry him? Henry VIII, the man who was literally the worst? How did two of them manage to escape with their heads intact? We'll also get into historical mysteries, like who really wrote Shakespeare's plays, who was the real Bloody Mary, and what was happening elsewhere in the world while the Tudors were trampling all over England, like the mysterious disappearance of the Roanoke colony and the true story of the girl known as Pocahontas. I'll be joined by Tudor historians, experts, and a few of my friends who really hate Henry VIII to learn all about the Tudors this season on Vulgar History. Because it's Henry VIII all day, every day. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
Goodbye, Kyle!
Did the sound of those words call to you like Pavlov's dog? Then you might enjoy our podcast, Turtle Time.
Every week, you can join me, Riley Hamilton, and my co-host, Amy Scarlotta, as we cover the most pressing Bravo news and dig into the new episodes to answer important questions like, who the hell is Adrian Malouf in this world?
Listen to Turtle Time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday.
You've watched them from the outside your whole life. On TV, on stage, on the cover. The success that always looks like it happened to someone on a different planet. But what if it didn't? I'm Evelyn, and I've spent over 25 years in entertainment, producing for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And here's what I learned. The distance between you and them, it's a lot shorter than anyone's letting on. On my podcast, Reppin', I sit down with the people you've been watching, and I ask them who they actually are. Not the brand, the person. Where they started, what it cost them, what almost broke them, their grit, their courage, their resilience, and the lessons they've learned, it's all yours for the taking. Reppin', wherever you listen.